Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Houston Texans. After 2 weeks on the road, they're finally ready for the home opener in Houston. Standing by on the call, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. This is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man is QT, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 23. Running on first down, Eckler. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Chandler Jones just keeps getting better and better. Each season, he adds a little more to his game. I wonder if he wants to take on his UFC fighting brother at any time.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double tight. 3 down.
Back to throw, Watson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Johnson. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
And they come off a tough loss last week, and what's their reward? A 2nd straight road game. Rarely are teams happy about scheduling. They're always calling the league office saying, how come we have this game and that game? But when you're coming off of a loss on the road and you go right into another one, that's a difficult task.
This one caught by Isabella. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And his throw is incomplete. A run through the starters defensively for the Texans. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. This one complete to Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes one extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And an alley to run. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 92 yards. Well, that right there is the definition of flipping the field.
Trainer. Only reason I say that, you know he's going to need a little oxygen after that one. But what a scintillating run, and how much fun was that for us to watch it.
Great run. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans push further out in front. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Off the draw, here's Johnson.
Go! Let's run!
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Watch the run.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on 2nd down. Murray, he's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Murray now on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Out to his left. He'll try and run it. Murray has the first down and more. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans 16.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. For Williams, there are the numbers from a week ago. 7 catches, 71 yards.
And they've gone to him early in this one. I sense a theme, one that I expect to continue throughout this contest.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Murray now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. And we've got a tie game. He has the 2 touchdown catches that we take a peek at. Does he have a 3rd in his repertoire to break this tie?
It's hard to say that he doesn't based on what we've seen so far. I remember when I was coaching Brandon, I went and saw a guy at a clinic, and all he talked about was, I want players that make plays that count. That's exactly what we're seeing from him here.
Yeah, he's made 2 that count. Try to make it 3. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
Mike, 58, right there. In your face.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
On second down, Eckler. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down.
58,
Throwing on third down, Watson looking long for Thomas. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now, it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. Watson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now Watson, and he slings one that's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 47 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Watson. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. First down, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Watch the pass.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Put that team on the hook. 41 Mike, right here.
Draw play, Edmonds. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. Screen play, Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Peterson. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Now Murray.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Murray going to throw, and that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from their pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
Yeah, now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the 2nd quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and that is incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Watson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Watson now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st down, it's Watson. He's got Fuller. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they start the second half with Johnson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Murray again, 2nd and 10. He'll buy some, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Murray now to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like? In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. He'll air it out deep for Thomas, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here is Eckler. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down, Johnson takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's go, let's go. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. It's our time.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
55, Mike, 55. Hey, keep it up.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Murray's pass complete to Butler. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down, Cardinals. Murray now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. From the 27, Murray. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 16. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Well, this is caught by Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
On 3rd and 2, Murray. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down, and that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go with a draw. Watson hands to Miller. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
right?
Yeah,
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long, and hope someone would come free.
And an update from the Circle City up in Indianapolis. The gap there has widened. The Seahawks just scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And his throw here's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Murray throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
We've been at enough practices, and how many times have we stood on the sidelines and a unit goes out to kick a field goal and hear the special teams coach say, make sure you protect. First thing, protect. And here they give up a block.
Yeah, especially in a tight game like this, tied second half. This is when execution is so key.
They go over everything in the huddle. The last thing you're going to hear everywhere, make sure you protect. That didn't get done.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Back to throw, Watson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Watson. His throw incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a 1st down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. It's Eckler again, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. Dixon, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray underneath for Johnson. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
First down, Murray. That's complete to Cobb. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Screen play, Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Come on. Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 3, we got 3.
On first down, Edmonds. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. They'll run with Edmonds again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Murray now, 3rd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. But I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
You got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's Matt Weil now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So they boost their advantage here in the fourth quarter. And don't get me wrong, you take the points. I guess the only downside is didn't really get to milk any of the clock here in this last quarter.
But they'll take the points because, as you and I both know, here in the fourth quarter, things intensify. And while they may not have taken firm command of the game, it does give them a little bit of a cushion.
Now the try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the fourth quarter now. And the Lions have now taken the lead in that ball game. A win would be their first of the young season. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Edmonds. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They'll look to throw. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Now Murray. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw it, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. To throw is Murray. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to... And a touchdown here as we near the end of this ball game.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Watson and the Texans now down by 10. A minute 15 remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Good job.
So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Check 41. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Down to Inigo's Murray as that will just about wrap this thing up. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Arizona, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,